And I'm like, that's completely fucking pitch black. I'm out this bitch.
So you were invisible.
Yeah.
You can't find me as long as I don't smile.
Yeah, me thinking it, just scoff.
There he is. Get him.
Chase the giggles. Like, running through the woods. He's still giggling.
Oh, I chose the perfect time
Westward.
to record that time. All right. With your hosts, Woody.
Nivans.
It's been a break because life comes at you fast, but we're back again. And today we are reacting to obscure, obsolete inventions.
Oi!
No one's ever gonna. All right, I like it.
I like it.
If you like our I have a fly in here. If you like our videos, please leave a like or subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way you know we're back after a week. And with that, here we go.
Hey,
All
come
right,
back
after
strong.
months upon months of unrelenting pressure by you psychopaths pretending to be my characters on Twitter, I finally got a merch store. Let this be a lesson, kids. With enough harassment, you can achieve anything. Anyway, go check it out, or don't,
I need
whatever.
a shirt.
Gonna have to get one.
Hey kids, if I learned anything from my middle school career, it's that what may seem like a good idea initially will often be remembered only as a foolish mistake. Here's a few pieces of technology from yesteryear that have since fallen into total obscurity. So I've always believed that there's no point in having many small things when you can have one big thing. Why have many shrimp when you can have one lobster? Why drink many glasses of milk when you can eat one udder? Why have many cheese when you can have one cheese them? And why have many street lights when you could have one Moonlight Tower? These guys were real popular back in the 1880s and 90s, often standing at over 150 feet tall and illuminating several blocks from a single point. Not very well, mind you. Matter of fact, they were so dim, we didn't even have the conscience to just call them light towers. Had to go and stick the moon on the front so people didn't get their hopes up. But thanks to our good old friend, the inverse square law, you still needed a fuck ton of light to pull this off. So they used incredibly harsh and UV-emitting arc lights instead of incandescent bulbs. All the
UV,
light
you
of
can
the
get
moon
sunburnt
and all
from
the
it.
vision damage of the sun. Talk about a win-win.
Fuck.
Sadly, these beasts have fallen by the wayside over the past century or so, except for in Austin, apparently, but they use friendlier mercury vapor lamps in them, so they only get half points. Now, anyone who's been around a baby long enough knows they always have a cloud of ghoulish stench hovering around them. Jeez Louise, somebody better air out that musty little muskrat before Grandma starts drooping again. You could stick him on the clothesline for a while, but knowing that little moron, I'm sure he'd find a way to hurt himself somehow. Introducing the baby cage. Finally, city dwellers all across the nation have a way of unleashing their postnatal funk on the unsuspecting passerby below. These were in vogue for a while before falling out of style a bit of the way into the 20th century, because apparently society started deeming babies more valuable than air conditioners. I don't really get it personally, but this is also around the time we started putting lead in gasoline, so it's probably for the best we kept them inside all day. Matter of fact, it's my firm belief that without kids growing up breathing lead, there's no way pet rocks would have taken off in the 70s. Wow, alienating baby boomers. He's so brave and controversial. Now, in the days between the Great War and the not as great but still pretty alright war, people were trying to find efficient means of detecting an incoming air attack. They climbed their nation's tallest mountains to seek the wisdom of their greatest elders, and the wise men said, big ears. So that's what they did. These giant discs were known as acoustic mirrors and were designed to focus incoming sound over a 5-meter diameter into a single point. They were reasonably effective as listening devices. A few of them in Britain were able to pick up the sound of a plane from all the way across the English Channel. Of course, radar came along soon after, rendering these things completely useless beyond looking brutalist as hell. For real, instant album cover material right here. Ah! One of the Pet Boys is pulling a Spanish Inquisition on this poor wayward harlot. Huh. Just kidding. Despite the fact that this looks so very, very much like a state-of-the-art instrument of torture, it's actually just a beauty micrometer. Think those shoe size measure things at Foot Locker, only instead of one primitive measurement.
Dude, I could barely use that thing. I don't know what it was as a child.
With this data, a trained cosmetologist would be able to pinpoint exactly what features of your head should be enhanced and reduced.
Is that a penis?
In order to achieve a maximum calculated attractiveness after you've paid for their services. Clearly, this device must have been effective. After all, beauty is entirely objective. What, eye of the beholder? Check the name tag, buddy. Apparently, though, women didn't like being
Older
strapped into a
MD.
birdcage and having their every
Oh my
minute
God.
flaw meticulously laid out in front of them. So this thing never really took off in the end. Next, we have the Humlauf. This was a device made during World War II designed to let
Cheers.
infantry shoot
Sounds a
around
little
corners.
German.
It's like the Germans sat down and watched that part
Hey,
of Tom
oh
and Jerry
no,
where
it
the
is.
conniving rat bends the gun barrel
Oh!
backwards and says, "Mein Gott." The game had a variety of angles between 30 and 90
Gott in Himmel.
It even came with a little periscope so you could see what you were shooting at. But as we all come to find out when we reach adolescence, cartoons are the arbiters of deceit, because these things would invariably break within the first couple hundred shots or so. And even when they did work, the rounds would fucking explode from the massive acceleration, turning a deadly bullet into an ineffectual spray of shrapnel. These were so ineffective that only the 30-degree model ever saw significant production beyond prototypes, and even that was very limited. Say, you ever look at regular mouse traps and go, not enough property damage? Well, check this out.
So I can't remember, but I think Sweden actually made a gun. Instead of having like a straight up curve, it has a camera strapped to the front of the barrel, and you can literally like crank it 90 degrees and then fire around corners.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Sweden or if I think the U.S. may have came up with something like that, but it's just like the tip of it can turn angles, and it had that little camera on. I remember seeing a video, I think on the History Channel, maybe.
Yeah, it's Future Weapons. Oh no,
Future
that
Weapons,
was like years ago though.
Yeah, it was a long
Patented in
time ago.
1882, it's the revolver mousetrap, brought to you by the makers of the
Damn!
and the Cockroach Claymore. Thanks to the
Yes!
marvels of the modern
Yeah,
all
oh
the
my
tracks and
God,
models of
that's
the
Texas!
modern can be outsourced to one little gadget on the floor of your kid's playroom. Now when you hear
Yo.
a gunshot in the middle of the night, you can rest easy knowing that one way or the
Rest
other,
easy.
there's one less pest for you to deal with in the morning. Boom.
Oh,
1850, steam
no.
locomotives are all the rage. They're in the transport business, but all you can afford is a couple dumb horses. Sure, they move things from point A to point B almost as well at a fraction of the cost, but your cool rail riding friends called you a whack ass and it really hurt your
stash.
feelings. Well, have we got the invention for you? The Impulsoria uses an ingenious system of treadmills to turn that horse to be beckoned into a force to be reckoned with. Sure, it's expensive as hell to make and limits your services entirely to railroads, but just look at it. Instant Pussymobile. Slap some rims and a spoiler on that, you're laughing. This machine is reported at having a maximum output of 2 to 4 horsepower,
Real nice.
which sounds about right, and it didn't seem like use outside a couple
Damn
episodes.
it.
Now, if there's one hobby that people in the past enjoyed, it's smoking.
Oh.
Boy, did they like smoking. And with every great wholesome activity comes a million novelty items to go along with it. Everyone's seen the long cigarette, but how about the really long cigarette? Want to smoke in the rain?
Damn.
Here you go. Going snorkeling? Hey, you know what's more
What?
important than oxygen? Nicotine. But hey, want to know the only thing better than a cigarette? 2 cigarettes. You know what?
Oh
Fuck it.
my
Have a whole
God.
lot learned it. Of course, if you're trying to
Hey.
cut back, you can always share it with a friend. Aw, how heartburning. But you know what's even
Okay.
more fun than addiction? High quality documentaries. That's why you should check out Curiosity Stream. From the face behind the Discovery Channel,
Well, that was fast.
Amazing. And I like that rat trap. Like,
You've
you can-
done that. Well, you just look at like you get lost in YouTube 2 a.m. and like all of a sudden you've been watching
Yeah.
mousetraps for 3 hours and you're like,
The bucket of water with the slippery edges.
But it has a bridge, and in the center of the bridge you got
Yeah,
two
the
metal
bridge.
contacts, and the rats are like,
Some of them seemed like during the time was pretty interesting, like the Moonlight house or whatever.
the
The
ear.
Moonlight- The ear.
Ear. It makes sense, but just the way he said it.
I like that. Sam pulled that off good.
Yeah.
Jeez. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below anything you want us to watch. We may keep on doing Salmonella, we may not. Just depends on how y'all like it. So,
Yep.
but appreciate it.
Looking to branch out. Take it easy.
Yeah. Deuce.